Is your griddle looking as rough as ours is? Brett, why is ours looking so rough?
Because you asked me, this is deliberate so we could shoot this video.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
That's what happened. Not that you forgot to clean it 3 weeks ago. And
Pretty much, yeah.
all right. Well, we are here to show you how to repair, not have to completely reseason the griddle surface. Just do a quick repair on it. If this is something that will benefit you, or you just want to see us knock this one out, stick around while we dig in.
I can't believe the wall twins. They're right there. That's one of them. That's the other one.
I'm the other one. And Brett, we said dig in because quite literally we're going to be doing a little bit of digging.
A little bit of digging, exactly.
So what happened?
So what happened, and I'm usually very disciplined when it comes to my griddle and cleaning it when we're done.
Right.
Well, Adam and I, if you're familiar with us, we shoot several videos when we get together.
We do.
And so it was the end of a long filming day. I brought the griddle in, and every intention of coming out to clean it. Next thing I know, we pull it out to get cooking this weekend. And I was like, hey, Adam, I never cleaned it when we were done last time, so it's
like I got a good video idea. But it really is, and it's a good chance for us to show. I did this on mine about 2 months ago, and I did think, man, I wish I would have thought to shoot this because we've learned a lot of things over the few years, and it's actually a more simple process than you think. But let's get over to the griddle
real quick.
I
do want to say one thing. If you get a griddle that looks pretty bad, it's not the end of the world. I've seen so many people say, oh, I picked this up, I found it on the side of the road because someone got rid of it. They got rid of it because they thought they were done for. So anyway, we're going to get to it.
So we are on Brett's Pit Boss 4-burner Deluxe. We absolutely love this model. By the way, this will work though on any steel unit, the same process. So we did have a couple of those little rust spots, but you'll see there's just a few, and this is gonna be relatively simple. The first thing we're gonna do is take our scraper and just kind of dig in on those and just kind of get anything off the surface that we can. There we go. And not a whole lot, some of it is coming up just a little bit, but also Brett had already gone over and kind of wiped this down, pulled up the gunk. So it already took care of a lot of that actually. One more spot right there. All right. So now Brett, talk about this new kit. This is the quick swipe. The Q Swiper. This is the Q Swiper tool, and tell me why your guy recommended this.
Yeah, so I went to Ace Hardware to get my pumice stone. Pumice stones is usually what we use to repair these. And I asked him, I said, where are your pumice stones? He said, we actually don't carry them anymore. We use this right here. We actually kind of recommend it. And restaurants are actually starting to use this over the pumice stone as well. So this is our first time using it. We'll give our honest assessment as to whether or not we think this is good enough or if we do indeed need the pumice stone.
So it does have a scraper on the end there. We decided to use our own scraper because it just is what we had and what we're used to.
Exactly.
But you do have that in case.
Yep. So first thing first, I need vegetable oil.
Right, about through water on there.
Take some vegetable oil and just put a little bit down here, and just in the spots that need the attention. And I'm going to just
work it in. You're gonna give a little elbow grease. You're gonna kind of dig in there.
Yep.
This is just gonna hopefully pull up any rust. So this is kind of for your surface rust. This will definitely help.
And you can see it's already, I don't see the rust anymore.
No, and the good thing is too, using something like this, as did with the pumice stone, is it also smooths out the area. So when you do reseason it, it should be okay. You don't have to reseason the whole surface.
Yep.
Just your tough
just
spots.
Just where you need it, exactly. There you go. Basically, I'm just going to season this rectangle right here.
All right, so here's the thing. We can already see this is the bare metal color. Hard to tell on the camera that this is pulled up. Brett, why don't you go ahead and wipe off this, and we'll see what the paper towel looks like.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be very dark. It's going to be very dirty, the paper towel.
Yep, because of all that you just pulled up.
Think we're good?
Yeah, I think we're good, dude. I told you, it's so simple,
very
bro.
Quick.
Very quick process. So I did use a pumice stone a couple months ago when I did mine, and it literally was the same thing, very quick process. See how dark that is? It's pulled up all that gunk and grease, but now you have a better look. That is just that pure steel color. That rust is gone. And when Brett showed me this yesterday, that was not what, it's not even close.
Not even close.
Here, let me come around the other side. Around the other side, around the other side. Look at that. That was the one I was most concerned about. That is just right there. That is pure. Holy cow.
There it is. We're gonna do that several more times to clean it, and then we're gonna actually do a seasoning layer.
So I know the first time you season your griddle, you can use soap and water. Would we do that here?
No, we wouldn't.
Why not?
Because the soap will activate with the other seasonings that we're not using.
Right.
And we don't want to pull
up. It could pull up. Like, we're not worried about this spot up here, all the back where it's all nice and black and perfect.
Yep.
So no need to use soap and water. We don't want to pull up any more seasoning than what we just did on these little spots.
Yep.
And this works very well.
It's already looking better.
We'll keep doing that, but what I love about this is there's virtually no difference. Like, you don't feel jagged edges. It's I can feel the steel and how smooth this is, but we're good to go. So we'll Brett, we'll get this cleaned up a couple more times, and then when we're ready, we'll come back and show what we're going to do for seasoning. Sometimes we'll have canola oil, but typically 95% of the time we're using oil, it's vegetable oil.
Yep.
All right, so this is what we've wiped it 6 times through, and it's hard to tell on the camera here, but it's mostly clear right here. We've got a little bit of darkness around the edges, but guess what? As we go to season that, it's all gonna take care of itself. So next step is firing up the griddle. So we're gonna get the propane on. All right, we'll get those fired up. Now they have this built-in front-facing wind guard. It's actually a heat deflector right here. So you can't see the flames down in there, but we've got it all fired up. So we'll leave this on high for about 15 minutes. And then we'll apply the first layer of oil. All right, so we are back at it. It's been about 15 minutes, Brett. Now there is smoking. Brett was just saying, hey, don't we need to wait for it to finish smoking? Well, we placed oil on there to kind of clean it up, but right now is when we're really gonna start the seasoning process, and then we'll watch for the oil to cool down, because we wanted to get this griddle super, super hot. And so now we'll start applying our first thin coats of oil.
So I've got tongs.
Yep, tongs, paper towel.
Paper towel, exactly. Ooh,
Here, let me get in the way here so we don't cast too much of a
thin coat.
Ooh, yes, sir. All right, so we just realized Brett's mic was off, but all he was saying is you just apply a thin coat. In fact, I'd probably put a little more oil on there.
Yes, sir.
Just a little. And we'll just rub this all in, and we'll get it going. Make sure it's even. All right, there we go. And once that's on, we just let that sit for
about 15 minutes.
About 15 minutes until that oil is, or until we stop seeing all of the smoke. It'll be a little bit of smoke, but not this much. So we'll let that go, and we'll be back in 15. All right, so this has been about 10 minutes, and our coloring is good. So this is gonna be a little confusing. It looks rust color, but what it is the seasoning. Now, with the original surface, it's, oops, let me focus there. It's kind of this rust color. So that rust color is the griddle surface underneath darkening. So this is where it's lighter, it's darker here because this part is darker, but look at this. That spot's almost perfect. I know in here it looks like it's, with the glare of the sun, it looks, that's almost like done. That's gonna be like 1 or 2 more, and then we're good to go on that one. Yep. All right, so Brett, I would say at this point, the smoking again is along the sides and edges, but that part in the middle, I would go ahead and re-season. There you go. So as you see, we're doing what we call a partial season. So the first time we went over everything, but right now, really all we need to season is this front portion. So that's all we're worried about right now. And we know the front will stay lighter always just because it doesn't get as hot anyways on the griddle, but that's it. So round 2 is done. We'll give this another 10 minutes and we'll come back, Brett.
Yep.
All right, 2 full coats down, and it is getting a lot darker there. I'm liking it. And that part is, the glare of the light is showing it, making it look like it's a splotchy spot. I guess it's spotted, but it's actually almost perfect. It looks really good. Overall, Brett, I say maybe 1 or 2 more times, and then we can start cooking on it, and then we'll be good to go. So that's looking good, man. Go get that nice even coat. There you go, right there. All covered. All right, we'll be back and we'll see if we're gonna do 1 more coat or not. All right, so final pass. We just killed the heat. Total time we ended up doing an additional, so we did 4 different coats. This is, again, it's not rust color, it's super dark, and it's dark enough that we can start cooking on this. The rest is looking really good. The angle on that one is bothering me because it looks so much better than what this is showing, so trying to really show how good that did that. But Brent, overall, not bad. And it is the sun that's making it look brighter than it is. Otherwise, that surface is ready to cook on.
Yep, let's do it.
Well, there it is in all its glory. Yeah, griddle surface is prepped and ready. Any takeaways? Anything that was different for you this time?
No. The one thing you may have noticed is when I was done wiping it down, I set the paper towels off to the side. You don't want to put those piping hot oiled rags or towels in the trash. It
Right
can
away,
catch
right.
fire. So
yeah, you gotta let them cool down.
So there's that. It's really easy. It's from start to finish. It's been about an hour, and
Yes.
I have pretty much a new griddle.
And I don't know if you can hear the winds. It's colder here. The wind started to pick up, and I was worried that was going to affect it. We got enough of what we need. So the thing is you don't have to get it looking perfect. Some people say you got to do 7, 10, 15, 20 coats to really get it dark. All you're doing is adding more and more thick layers to what's already seasoned.
Yep.
So that's why we only season this a little bit more. So those spots, as we cook food and get on it over time, will help. So a big takeaway, people ask, when should I do this? You saw we had rust on the griddle.
Yep.
The only other time you're ever going to do this is when those spots, if it starts to stick. If food is starting to stick, or you're getting a lot of the chipping of the seasoning
And you can
coming
feel
away.
that because you can feel where it's flaking.
Right.
You know.
So that would be the only suggestion we have. We've gotten to a point over the years where we season and fix less and less. We used to do it all the time because we thought, with the YouTube channel, we make sure the griddle looks perfect every time. So there's sometimes I'd be frustrated. We'd spend a good couple hours before we'd start filming just getting the griddle looking perfect. And we realized it doesn't have to look perfect. So if this doesn't look perfect and yours doesn't look perfect, then we're on the right track, right?
Then we're on the perfect track.
Right, and we've cooked thousands and thousands of cooks on the griddle, and it works every time. And the best part about it is it's always a constant learning process.
Yep.
We've gotten better over years and found ways to make it easier and more convenient. So again, this isn't something we do on the reg because we just don't need it. And as long as the griddle as the food isn't sticking and the griddle's cooking and it's working, then that's what we're good to go. So if this video helped you, make sure and give it a thumbs up. Also, if you've been sticking it out with us this long, we like to our audience that sticks it through these videos, make sure and add in your comment, new griddle, who dis? Brett loves this one, so I'm going to give it to him. New griddle, who dis? Because it looks new. It's the same.
Right.
Yeah,
It's like new.
you can put that in your comment if you'd like. Man, we do love that we get to come and do this. And again, liking the video is one way that you can support us, and we do appreciate that. Another way you can support us is by purchasing one of our 2 cookbooks, the Epic Outdoor Griddle Cookbook and Smashed. Both are available on Amazon or anywhere books are sold.
Usually,
He's not able to get that time.
Well, it's usually and smash and smash.
This is Smash. We'll get it.
Smash.
It's so funny. But it is fun. But we got some cooking to go do, so we're going to wrap this up. Brett, aside from coming and knocking out bangers like the griddle clean and fixing.
This is a great cook.
Why else do we do all this?
Because all we do is twin,
No matter what. And with that, we bid you adieu.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
And griddle on.